Press TV headlines. The European Union opposes any military action against Iran and calls for more nuclear talks. Iraqi lawmakers pass a provincial elections bill despite opposition from Kurdish MPs. And the United States has warned Russia against flying long-range bombers to Cuba. The European Union has once again strongly opposed any military strike against Iran over the Western disputes on the country's nuclear program. The European Union foreign ministers meeting in Brussels discussed the outcome of Saturday's Geneva talks on Iran's nuclear program. EU foreign ministers say they favor more negotiations to resolve the nuclear dispute. In Geneva talks, Iran and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany agreed to continue talks on Iran's nuclear program. U.S. Undersecretary of State William Burns also attended the talks. He was the highest-ranking American official to sit at the same table with Iranians since 1980. Well, the U.S. Democratic presidential contender Barack Obama has arrived in Israel to a packed presidential-style schedule. Obama faces a full schedule of meetings with Israeli and Palestinian officials after pledging to work for peace as soon as he takes office. The Illinois senator has backed the two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Obama, however, says that the next U.S. president could not just snap his fingers and make peace, and that progress could be slow. Obama flew to Tel Aviv following visits to Jordan, Iraq, and Afghanistan. In Amman, Jordan's King Abdullah emphasized the need for an independent Palestinian state and that a two-state solution was key to ending the conflict. Jordan's king said that Israel's settlements and siege of the Palestinians only exacerbates the conflict. While the presence of the occupation forces in Iraq has many harmful side effects for the war-stricken country, Jamila Market in Sadr City is a living example of what's happening in Iraq's trading sector. Our correspondent has more. A top U.S. general has warned Russia against using Cuba as a refueling base for its nuclear-capable bombers. General Norton Schwartz, who's been nominated for the Air Force's Chief of Staff, called for strong action if Moscow goes ahead with its plan in Cuba. Schwartz was reacting to a report that Russia is planning to deploy long-range bombers to Cuba in a response to a proposed U.S. missile shield in Europe. The report did not clarify if Moscow would involve a permanent basing in Cuba or just use the island as a refueling stop. Russia has already revived long-range strategic bomber patrols in the Pacific and North Atlantic, and the latest move seems to be a retaliatory measure against the proposed U.S. missile interceptors in Poland and a radar base in the Czech Republic. Moscow is strongly opposed to the plan, saying these are threats to its national security. Germany has arrested a man suspected of having run the German branch of the Kurdish rebel group, the PKK. Germany outlawed the Kurdish Workers' Party in 1993 and says it is an organized crime gang. Prosecutors detained the Turkish national who allegedly led the PKK's underground German organization from June 2007 until June 2008. This follows the release of 3 German mountaineers in eastern Turkey by PKK guerrillas after holding them hostage for 12 days. The PKK demands autonomy for Turkey for Kurdish areas.